Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me for a few minutes to think of something greater than ourselves, otherwise known as Prayerful Pause with the Pastor. This something that's greater than ourselves today is an invention. Some of you may have these already. I don't know. This is, there are these things that go in your ears. Do you see them? Can you see that? And I have another one that can go in the other ear here. They're called AirPods, AirPods, and it's an Apple product. They were the ones who invented them anyway. And when they're inside their carrying case, you have a place on the bottom of it where you can plug it in and charge them, and so they stay charged. When you put them in your ears, they hear a little chime sound, and it connects to whatever you've connected it to, synced it with. In my case, it's the phone. And whatever you're listening to, whether it's a phone call or music or a movie or a television show, because all those things are on my phone now, you hear it in stereo. The thing is that if you take one out and you hold on to it, I mean, you don't put it away. If you just take one out, it stops whatever you're playing right there. It pauses it automatically. It's just the wildest thing that it knows when it's in your ear and when it's not. And it pauses it automatically. And if within, I don't know what the time is, maybe 30 seconds or something, you put it back in, it resumes playing right where you were. It's the craziest thing. On the other hand, if you take it out and you leave it out, and you want to listen again, you have to start your thing over again. You have to reconnect them. However, if you just want to listen with one and you take it out and you put it back into its carrying case, so it's like charging, it senses that, and it will let you listen with just one AirPod in. And somehow there's a microphone in them because you use them when you're on the phone as well. You don't need anything coming down to your mouth. It all comes through there. AirPods. And I was thinking about mine today as I was using them for something, and I thought, wouldn't it be great if God could talk to us through our AirPods? But then I decided AirPods are a lot like God, because if we take it out, we can't hear God. And if we are in the middle of learning some life lesson that's moving along, just tootling on through our lives, and we're learning it, and we take out the AirPods so we're not listening to God, it stops it right there. And then later on in life, whenever you're ready to go back to it, you have to kind of go back to where you were, don't you? I've known some people, maybe you have too, who had some sort of trauma, or maybe they started using drugs or whatever at a certain age. And it's like when they get stuck in a trauma again, they automatically revert to that age. I knew a young man who did a lot of drugs between the ages of, I guess, probably about 17 and 30. And later when he was in his 40s and something came up and happened, he started responding to it immediately as if he were 17 when he started using the drugs. He really had to work in therapy to get himself up to being equal with his age. I've known many, many people for whom that's true with trauma, and that's where counseling can be so helpful and important. Because it's like there's a part of us that freezes in the moment of trauma. And, if we're young when the trauma happens and we've not developed our personality already or any of our coping skills and we haven't matured, then trauma can send us right back into the responses of whatever age we were when the trauma happened. Counseling is very important. So it's kind of like AirBuds in that regard, that it pauses where you are until, well, until you put the AirPod back in your ears. And then I think about God not being able to really get through to us if we're not plugged in, if we're not charged up, and these things are not going, in my ear. For instance, they're in the case. I can't hear anything from my phone through them. I have to actually take them out and put it in my ear, and then I can hear it, and I can talk. Granted, it would be really nice if we had AirPods to talk with God, but I think we do, and I think it's called prayer. And I think prayer and meditation serve the same function as AirPods. Only they don't really need to be charged externally. They stay pretty charged up just because it's God and it's God's Spirit. But when God wants to get through to us, we need to listen. And we need to have the AirPods in, and we need for them to be, ready to use. We have to pay attention and make them ready to use, don't we? All right. That's it for today. Just a little discussion about God's AirPods and how we don't have to go through the trouble of getting a case and plugging them in and taking them out and putting them in our ears, because we have the communication device that we need for God right inside us, where the Spirit lives. That's it for today. Something to think about as you go through your day. Where are your AirPods? Where are God's AirPods for you? Are they stuck in the drawer somewhere? Or are you activating them? Hope you have a great day today. We'll see you next time for another Prayerful Pause with the Pastor. I'm Pastor Deb Swift with South Presbyterian Church in Rochester, New York. Take care. God bless. Be safe. And bye for now.